Hi guys, welcome to another edition of the Feeling Studio. I am developing a intro right now, so that'll be in the next video. All these videos of me talking will be edited just like this today, just like as I am previously with the creation I've been doing. So thank you so much for being loyal subscribers and followers. Please like, share, and subscribe. Today I'm going to be talking about, once again, how disastrous the DNC convention was and the swearing in of Kamala Harris. And you can, obviously, you guys have probably seen how the news media has portrayed it. We need a black woman as president. We need a woman as president. Yeah, we need a person that locked up a bunch of African American men and Hispanic men. So that's how, past their prison and jail time. So that's how she can collect more money. Like, this is the truth. This is literally the Democratic Party. And as you can see, the Democratic Party within this video, there's absolutely no principles. There's literally no principle. There's no principles. It's just the same thing. Trump, 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 abortion, abortion. When literally they could have codified Roe versus Wade when they had a supermajority but chose not to. So let's get into the video with Jimmy Dore.
.com for a link for those tickets.
So as you walk in and out of the convention center, you can only do it in one place. And so when you walk out, everybody has to, well, unless you're, super important, then you can drive your car right up to the door. But if you're just a regular person like us and those people, these regular delegates, you have to walk, and it's far. It's far. It's at least a half a mile, if not a mile, just to get out of the place and get to a place where you can get in a cab. So they're all leaving, and there's a Palestinian protester is reading out the names of dead Palestinians. Kids, children, and watch what the Democrat. So I already told you the Democratic delegates don't give a shit about this. They don't give a shit about anything. They just want to be excited that they're invited to the party. That's what it felt like when I was in there. It was depressing me. They don't care that there's no. I told you I interviewed a. Well, let me play this for you, and then we'll talk about it. Watch this. So they would read out a name and say how old they are. And so they read out the name of someone who was 18. And these two jokers mocked it. And then this person asked them, hey, do it again. Do it on camera. Mock it on camera. And they do. Watch.
Say it again. Say it again. Mock them again. Mock the children again. Do it again. Do it again.
18 years old. 18 years.
Why? So those are the kind of garbage people that I knew I was surrounded by inside that convention hall. It made me feel dirty. It made me depressed. No one really gives a shit about any of it. They just love that they're invited to the party. And let's try to make that guy famous.
Mock them again. Mock the children again. Do it again. Do it again.
18 years old. 18 years old. Yusuf Hassan.
And they're all
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I mean, he literally just mocked it, saying like 18 years old. And just laughing about it like it's a laughing matter. When there's an active ethnic cleansing genocide happening right now in Palestine. And watching this next clip, you're going to see a white suburban Karenite woman basically just cover her ears and literally just laugh. Let's get into the next clip.
And they're all plugging their ears. So they all plug their ears. So they don't want to hear it.
Turn around and join the uncommitted delegates in the protest. The blood of these children is on your hands. 13 years.
They're all walking with their fingers in their ears. And then of course
Say it again. Say it again. Mock them again. Mock the children again. Do it again. Do it again.
18 years old. 18 years old.
So watch these women. They're God knows. She's smiling. She's smiling and kind of giggling about it. And this guy, how about, it's your big day. Why don't you wear a suit, a matching suit? Anyway, I never understood this. But anyway, here he is. And someone, look at him. Who is that guy? Someone said he was a professor. I don't know who he is. And he's smiling. Look at that. Oh, the kids today with the concern about their government slaughtering children. Oh boy, my. Why don't you put on a mismatched suit coat and come inside and join the party?
And that's the thing. Even if that was a professor or not, even if that was a professor, guess what's happening right now? Guess what's happening right now? USF doubles down on suspension and expulsion of pro-Palestinian student protesters. Then there's another one. A Palestinian student was expelled from Florida high school after his mother made pro-Palestinian posts on social media. I'm just going to show you right here. They, this is what they're doing. And then look at this one. This one is what shocked me the most. Expelled Vanderbilt student could face nearly a year in prison for pro-Palestinian sit-in. So this piece of shit Karen-nite over here, because this is what I call them, suburbanite. No, don't call them suburbanites. Call them what they are. They are white women. They are Karen-nites. That is who they are. And look at the way she looks at him. She's just like that infantilization, like, oh, you don't know history, you don't know any better. And to top it off, he's a white kid. He's not even Palestinian. He's not even a kid of color like in the previous slides I just showed you guys. This is what I'm saying. Like, the Democratic Party, it is a sick, twisted party. And literally, in some states, they're actually trying to arrest people for anything when it comes to divest and boycott from Palestine. From Israel. Divest and boycott from Israel. They are actually arresting people when it comes to that. They're actually trying to pass laws. It's honestly unbelievable, because this is what it says right here on U.S. Campaign of Palestinian Rights, the Real News Network. Go check them out. Bipartisan Senate bill would make boycotting Palestine, but my mistake, oh my God, I'm tired. Boycotting Israel punishable by up to 20 years in prison. But a new pushback from groups, including the ACLU, could help stop the draconian measure. Guys, this is where we're going. This is literally where we're heading. I'm not kidding. Jimmy Dore later in the video, I'm gonna show you the next slide. It is so depressing at the DNC convention. It was so depressing. Just watch.
How do you feel as a delegate about the primary process not really mattering this year?
Not really mattering. I don't know what you mean by that. It does matter.
Oh, how does, because Joe Biden won it, and then he's not the candidate anymore. Kamala is, and she didn't really run for president. She just got chosen by delegates, right?
Yeah, I don't think it didn't matter, though. I think Joe Biden stepped aside, and then the process took its place that was always there in the first place.
Okay. And what do you say to people that say, well, the Democrats say they're putting democracy on the ballot, but they didn't really have democracy in their primary?
Well, it did, because there was a process that was already there. It's not like it was, there were already rules in place for things like this. And so they went by the rules. And some people just don't know them.
Okay. And what can I ask you? What's your favorite policy of Kamala Harris?
What's my favorite policy of Kamala Harris? I think her criminal justice policies. Her criminal justice policies are my favorite.
Yeah.
Just showing, even though she has a prosecutor background, she still is very supportive of getting people who've been impacted by the system back into society.
How Kamala Harris fought to keep nonviolent prisoners locked up. This is from the American Prospect. And then there's another one. This is the second slide that I'm going to be showing y'all. Beautiful mosaic of Kamala Harris. And this is of all of the black and brown men that she locked and kept in prison past their release date for jail labor because she was being funded by, and lobbied by the private prison industry. So this lady is completely delusional when it comes to, she's giving people a second chance. No, she's keeping people locked up and locked away.
Okay. All right. Thanks for talking to us. So there's a process. That's all they cared about. There was a process, and doesn't really matter. It's depressing. I was depressed walking out of there. It was depressing walking around there, and it's like this is just a show because there isn't any democracy. And all they were doing today was abortion day. That's all they talked about was abortion, abortion, abortion. And I'm like, do you guys talk about anything else? Do you talk about the workers?
So that was pretty depressing, watching the 2024 DNC convention basically roll out like it did, essentially speaking. But in this next video, it's just, you are going to be very surprised on who decided to make a surprise announcement and a surprise showing. She has connections to Jeffrey Epstein. She has connections to the whole cabal. Her name is Hillary Rodham Clinton.
There's a lot of energy in this room, just like there is across the country.
I mean, did y'all see that? Y'all see how wild the crowd went? They went absolutely fucking mental over this woman. The war criminal that basically destabilized Libya and turned it into an open slave market. As you see in this next video here, meeting with the Libyan rebels.
Secretary Clinton, it's a trip to the great unknown. She will meet the Libyan opposition this week, although what the U.S. might offer and which rebel leaders she should see has the State Department working overtime.
Because we know that there are some with whom we'd want to be allied and others with whom we would not.
The secretary starts her week in Paris, facing international pressure for a Libyan no-fly zone. Clinton has been skeptical, saying even with international backing, it's the U.S. that takes all the risks.
It's easy for people to say, do this, do that, and then they turn and say, okay, U.S., go do it. You take the consequences if something bad happened.
But the other great unknown for Clinton will be her trip to Cairo as the first Secretary of State in 30 years to visit an Egypt not ruled by Hosni Mubarak. She will meet the military council that's in charge for now and meet a group of young revolutionaries, but again, who exactly?
Who do you bring in to sit down across the table?
What she means is that very few of the protest leaders from Tahrir Square have emerged as political leaders.
It's a mishmash of different groups, and they'll need to coalesce into something coherent if they're going to lead the transition to democracy.
As she heads to Egypt, Clinton hopes the U.S. will be well received.
They're looking to us, and I think that's a good thing, and we need to be there to help them.
But a good reception in Cairo will not be automatic. Even those Egyptians that see America's support as crucial right now will also remember that America helped fund Mubarak and his repressions for almost 30 years. Wyatt Andrews, CBS News, Washington.
So, I mean, that is the land of unconfirmed reports.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
Did it have anything to do with you?
A socialist leader that was democratically elected. A socialist leader that literally gave women positions in power within the government and other authorities and ranks within society and infrastructure. This supposed white feminist named Hillary Clinton screwed brown and black women's independence and liberation up. Do not let the Democratic Party fool you. They are an anti-woman party, just like the Republicans, just like any of the other two. There is no difference between the two. And as you can see here within Open Secrets, go check out Open Secrets. They are amazing with following the money in politics. The top 10 countries. I know this is not for this year, it's for last year, however, still very recent. Look at Liberia. $235 million. $235 million. Saudi Arabia, we all know about the human rights record of that country. $93 million. China, we all know about the human rights of that country and plus their social credit score system. $85 million. And then skip after Japan, Hong Kong. Go to the Bahamas. We all know about the tax havens and the shell companies that a lot of these corporations do. Let's just round it up. $53 million. Marshall Islands, another tax haven, $45 million. United Arab Emirates, we all know about the tax breaks they give that are very lucrative. Let's just round it up, $42 million. Jesus Christ, guys. This is insane. And then we go into the industries of Open Secrets. These are the biggest industries. And this is of this year. Pharmaceuticals alone, the whole pharmaceutical lobby has spent $385 million. My mistake, $383 million. That's insane. Like electronics and manufacturing equipment, 245 rounded up. Insurance company, $157 million. Securities and investment, so BlackRock, Blackstone, you know, those people. $148 million. Air transportation, we all know about the bailout that they took and not even paying that back and return during the pandemic, firing all those employees, basically. $138 million. Hospitals and nursing homes. We all know about the predatory nature of nursing homes, taking 401ks and hell, even selling houses right out from under old people because they forgot to do wills or they haven't done wills or, you know, the paperwork to hand that shit down to their kids. $133 million. Oil and gas, $133 million. Health services, HMOs. Let's just round it up. $130 million. Electric utilities. You know how your electric bill is always overcharged? You know how you're always getting overcharged on your electric bill? And, you know, same with like the disasters that have been happening in Texas. Well, get ready for this. $128 million. Guys, this is what it is. This is literally what it is. They fund both sides of the aisle. And next time when Democrats like Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris, or, you know, Nancy Pelosi, you know, ugly duckling, you know, the next time they talk about Russian interference, just remember that there's Liberia, Saudi Arabia, China, Japan, Hong Kong, Bahamas, Marshall Islands. It's everywhere. America is basically the world's bitch and prostitute. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up now. It's very late where I am right now. I am extremely tired. Put much effort in this video. Thank you so much, guys, for viewing, watching. Please like, share, and subscribe down below. And share with friends. Guys, people need to wake the hell up. Like, seriously, people seriously need to wake the hell up within the DNC. Like, people who are still self-proclaim themselves as Democrats, it's like, guys, I'm sorry to break it to you. They're no different. But as one great man used to say it, it is one big club and...
You ain't in it. You and I are not in the big club.